Wow, 2024. Hey, how's it going? I'm seated at this calisthenics playground. I used to do a lot of calisthenics here back during the summer, but I stopped coming here because it got cold and I had to get a gym membership. I was forced to get a gym membership. I didn't want to get a gym membership, honestly speaking. I wanted to keep on coming here. I had this whole idea or mentality that I would come here when it's snowing and just go at it and just be doing what I normally would do during the summertime, but it just got too cold. Anyways, I'm using the mic today because I'm very well assured. I knew that the generator was going to be running, and obviously that is way too loud. Hopefully you can hear me now. Wow, 2024, what a year, eh? This is kind of like a reflection of how this year went, and I'm going to give you like a little bit of a backstory a couple months or a year ago, honestly speaking. You know what? 3 years ago, the first time I stumbled across being a content creator on social media. Interesting. I remember seeing Wisdom K. Is it Wisdom Kai or Wisdom K? Anyways, he's now like a really phenomenal fashion content creator. However, back then, when he was still starting and growing his personal brand, I saw his content. It was during COVID. When I first started using TikTok, it was more of like a dance, renegade, banter. Like I was just dancing and just killing time because we were indoors for the most part of COVID and we didn't really have that opportunity to be connected with nature again. So I saw Wisdom's content and it kind of like just sparked something in me to start creating fashion content. I was always into fashion. Back in Nigeria, I would dress, I would say flamboyant. However, whenever I would dress, I would always try to make a statement with what I'm wearing. So it was definitely something that I was always into. Putting on clothes, appreciating clothes. However, when I put on clothes, I always feel like I am the main character and I am this confident, untouchable human being. And it was just a great outlet. And I started creating content. And luckily for me, late 2020, going into 2021, I made a content that had a massive widespread among people. It blew up. It had a lot of views. I reckon 10 million plus views, and it was in regards to like fashion throughout the 90s. It was definitely a great time, and I was doing this fashion content since 2020 up until late last year or beginning of this year, honestly speaking, and it was a great run. However, what I noticed was that it wasn't fulfilling to me at all. Like, sure, I would have been as big as Wisdom, honestly speaking, not to tooth my own horn or to praise myself and be cocky or whatnot. I had the potential to be as massive as Wisdom is right now because a lot of people kind of like resonated with my content and related my content to his. However, I went through some unforeseen circumstances that didn't give me the opportunity to really grow big with my content, with the fashion content. I got signed to a modeling agency. However, I couldn't leave the USA. I don't want to speak much on that, but I couldn't leave the USA. So unfortunately, they had to drop me off. I had a couple brand deals, not as massive, but because I can't mention it, I don't want to mention it, but because I had so many unforeseen circumstances and situations, I had that ceiling. There was this glass ceiling that I couldn't pass. I was doing fashion content up until late last year, and I was like, what am I doing? I'm just taking pictures and hoping to get seen, noticed, getting validation from people pleasing, being a yes man. I was telling this beautiful lady that I got to see after 2 years now, and I was talking about how with the fashion content, I was just trying my best to make people like me. It was not fulfilling to me at all, and I just wanted to make everyone happy. I was a yes man. I was just trying to do everything to get validation from the public and my peers and the people that I know in this city, Michigan. And it was not healthy for me at all. And honestly, since I've left the fashion scene, I've been a different person in the sense that I have a positive mind. I have a peace of mind. I'm able to think clearly. I don't rely on people. I don't care about what people think. I mean, we definitely do care about what people think. However, I don't let that affect me. I focus on my path. I don't care if people don't like what I'm doing with my life or not. I have a goal. Anyways, fast forward to this year, or late last year, I made a decision to figure out what I want to do with my fashion content. What do I want to do with this fashion space? Or what do I want to do as a content creator in general? Because I'm not fulfilled at all. And I noticed I wasn't really having conversations with people. I wasn't social. I was not out there being vulnerable and honest and connecting with people people so that I can get inspired and end up growing my art or growing whatever I have a passion for. I had to make that decision. What do I want to do with fashion? And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me start interviewing people so that I can connect with other creatives and see how other creatives think. It was a great idea. I started doing that at the beginning of this year. I called it Blue Saw Me. What a crazy name tag. I loved it. It was great. It was going well. Don't get me wrong. I love it. And I would love to go back to doing it. However, I didn't like the whole premises of having interviews. It didn't seem natural. And one of my goals this year was to be more social and connect with people where it's in a natural way, where it's not planned, where I'm not asking you questions, where I'm not giving you like a script that you need to follow. And then I would then ask you questions like, we don't know what we're talking about. You know what I mean? So it was just more fulfilling too as well. And late February, I was like, I need to do something. And I started asking myself, reflecting, what skills do I have? And I was like, all my days, I love fitness. I love taking care of my health. And one of my goals was to be very fit and healthy this year. And I was like, why not just create a content around that? I've always wanted to learn calisthenics. Why not just create content around that and see how that goes? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. Late February, I made a new Instagram account. I wanted to start with like storytelling. I wanted to like make a video where I'm like just speaking to the camera and I'm just telling a story and people resonate with it. However, I noticed that wasn't the fastest route to get noticed on social media, especially when it comes to like short form content. A lot of people have short attention span. So I was like, let me just show them my calisthenics journey. And I started creating content around calisthenics, you know, showing the growth of how I'm learning chin-ups, pull-ups, muscle-ups, L-sits, things of such. It was pretty much trying to master the beginner's calisthenics. And I'm privileged because I'm here at the place that changed my life. I'm so honored. And I started doing that, gained a little bit of traction. And one of my goals also was to also be very social. Like I said, late last year, I was thinking about how can I be social. I want to stop being pathetic. I want to stop having this whole idea that it's not my fault. And I don't want to take responsibility for this whole action as to why I'm not social. It is my fault. And I had this epiphany late last year when I went to the club, I went to the bar, and I saw this girl, and she was very beautiful. And I spoke to her, and I thought she was into me, but she wasn't. She just wanted a drink. And I told her I don't drink. And she was like, oh, you don't drink? Yeah, I don't drink. And then we're talking. And then a few minutes later, she then says she wants to drink. I'm like, I told you I don't drink. I'm not going to drink with you. It's not going to make any sense to just watch you drink as we're having a conversation. Do you know what I mean? However, because I'm not social, because I wasn't able to handle or manage conversations with women, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll get you to drink. I got her to drink, and then all of a sudden, she vanished out of thin air. I didn't see her anymore. And I'm like, what's going on? And then that's when I had my epiphany that I need to stop being pathetic. I need to be able to have conversations with women. I want to be able to manage the whole premises of having a conversation with women and just build out social skills and confidence and realize that I can't go to the club or bar to find someone who will be interested in me. They are just there for fun. They are just there to indulge in wherever pleases them. Do you know what I mean? And the reason why I was able to notice that now is because I've worked on my social skills and I've worked on how to speak to women. It was one of my goals to always be social, and I was thinking of getting the Ray-Ban glasses or any sort of glasses that records so that I can like really show the skills to other people and share my journey of like speaking to people, if you will. And I was like, oh, I don't have the money for it. I don't know if I want to get it. I didn't end up getting it. But I was just talking about like ways to talk to people. I was already having conversations with people, and especially women. I was having conversations with them and knowing how to approach them without anxiety and being confident. And whenever I would make content around it, it was more of like, it felt like a theory kind of thing. I wasn't showing people this is how I would normally have conversations with women. And I was like, why am I wasting my time? Invest this $300 and buy the Ray-Ban glasses. And now look at me. Look at where I am. I've grown my Instagram to almost 10,000 followers, 10,000 people who would value my content, who are inspired to go out there and be vulnerable and have a really good social skill and know how to manage themselves when they are talking to women, and just have that confidence and honesty when they're having conversations with women. So it was such a great journey this year, honestly. I love how this year really changed my life. This year gave me a purpose. I figured out what I want to do with my life. I want to help other men improve their fitness and social skills. And I gained this epiphany just because I made a goal to have conversations with people, just because I made a goal to want to change the premises of my life. I don't like this pathetic living of not being fulfilled in what I want to do, not having any passion of what I want to do. Don't get me wrong, I would always love fashion. Fashion is always going to be part of my life. It's still my passion. I just know that this avenue that I'm following right now would definitely lead me back to fashion, and I will speak more about that in the future. But I'm just grateful for 2024. I got closer to God. I just finished reading the Bible, and it's been a great journey as I was reading the whole passages. But one of the things that was very striking in the Bible was Proverbs, and just learning how to speak with wisdom. And the reason why I'm eloquent now and being able to process my thoughts and speak to you is because I actually was reading out loud. So if you have problems with having conversations with people, I would say read a book and read it out loud. And whatever book it is, it's really up to you. However, I would advise that you read a non-fiction kind of book so that you're also getting knowledge about how the world works in general. I'm not hating people that read fiction. You can read fiction. There's also a great literature, because you're also learning new languages or new words, if you will. So I'm grateful for being able to finish the Bible, get closer to God, grow my faith in God, and just be a believer as a Christian. It's such a wonderful thing, because I grew up a Christian. However, ever since I left my mom's, I have not been going to the church as frequently. So being able to read the Bible every day kept me closer to God, kept me connected with Him. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for prioritizing my health. It's such a game changer. I'm able to perform better. I'm able to think clearly. I'm able to sleep better. Prioritizing my sleep too as well. My skin is good. All because I took care of my gut. The gut health is very important, and I prioritize eating whole foods this year. So thank you 2024 for that opportunity. Thank you 2024 for giving me the opportunity to grow a community of men and women too as well, who I hope are inspired by my content in regards to fitness and health and being confident and being honest and vulnerable and just being yourself and letting God play His own part too as well in your life. I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you 2024 for giving me the purpose and letting me find my voice. It's very important to find your voice, and I found my voice, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you. I'm so honored to live a life where I'm able to start my own business. Like Forged Every Day was founded this year, and all of this happened because I took the risk of starting all over. So thank you 2024 for giving me a purpose, again, a reason, a why as to why I'm in this world. I know for a fact God didn't bring me here for no reason. It's so cold, actually. That's why I'm putting up my fist like this. We all have our reasons as to why we're in this world, and I think God has shown me my purpose now, and I'm going to carry this momentum and this goal of mine to help men and inspire growth and inspire confidence into 2025. So for you all out there who are trying to start something, stick to it. And I want you to also have in the back of your mind that whatever you're doing might not be the thing that is meant for you. So it's okay. Go through the whole learning phase and learning process. And eventually, life will play its part in putting you in the right position. So walk in faith, walk in so much belief, and trust your project, and have so much passion for your project, and be consistent every day. And I promise you, there will be a change in your life. So 2024, once again, thank you so much. I was writing in my journal about how the structure of my video would go, But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to speak how I'm inspired to speak and tell whatever comes to my mind. And I find it very unique how I'm always thinking clearly whenever I'm in nature. Like I'm outside now, and obviously the sound of the generator is not helping. However, I'm feeling cold. I'm feeling the breeze. I'm feeling nature. I'm feeling alive. I'm seeing the grass. And I'm just getting inspired to speak whatever comes to my mind. I really do hope this message or this video helped you in some way or created a spark in your mind to do something and change something in your life. And yeah, going into 2025, we have a goal, we have a clear path, we have a vision. We just need to be consistent and apply it every day. And we will win. You get me? So I'm gonna go now. It's way too cold. He was yapping. Anyways, I will see y'all in 2025. I'm thinking of creating YouTube content twice a week. One where it will be like a vlog type of content, and one where it will be like a sit down like this and just talking. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, let's see how that goes, eh? But I'll see y'all next year. Haha, do you get a joke, eh? Happy New Year. No, not Happy New Year's. What's wrong with me? Merry Christmas, and hopefully y'all are ready to go into 2025. Thank you, 2024. Thank you for you all watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll just speak in from the heart. And I don't care if this video doesn't really have any much value, if you will. But hopefully you got something from this. Alright, I'm chatting too much. In a bit.